I'm Bill. I'm with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Suisun Valley, and welcome the all-new 2023 BMW M1000R. Little Timmy, happy birthday, buddy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Sporting the S1000R. We thought we'd take the R's out today for a little ride out Suisun Valley and give you guys our first ride and first impression of the all-new M1000R. Well. Wait for it. Go ahead. Soon, baby, soon. So, all right, we're out here. We're kind of going towards Berryessa. Berryessa is closed, so we're kind of get in there and hack on that person. So we're going to be heading out towards Berryessa from a different direction, though. So 40 miles on the M1000R, about 35 miles over here. Pass these guys. And of course, we've got our rev limiter that stops at 9,000 RPMs. And of course, the power turns on at 8,000 RPMs. So it's super frustrating. I'm not going to get into it much. But what I do want to tell people is if you're considering, straight out the gate, if you're considering an M1000R and you go to the dealer and the dealer lets you demo this bike and it's got the rev limiter on it, please do not judge this bike because there's so much potential in this. So little Timmy over there, first time on the R, and he's like, holy shit, I definitely didn't expect this. So far, so good. I just have to put some miles on this thing. I like the styling, obviously. You know, I love the R. It's just about to wheelie. So we just can't even talk about the performance on this bike, the handling on this bike, because we need to get the 300 miles or the 600 mile service. But I do want you guys to understand that this bike will go in at 300 miles and get this rev limiter taken off. Per the manual, we are allowed 600 for the first 600 mile service can be performed with at least 300 miles. If you didn't know that, check your manual, and if your dealer gives you any grief, point to the manual and say the manual says I can do my first service at 300 miles. So FYI. Now, I can't get any lift off of this thing, and there's no wheelie, the wheelie control's on like 0 or 1 or something like that. So there's nothing, we got basically nothing. It's not doing anything right now, but again, miles is all we care about. Very, very easy to get on this bike if you guys are considering an S1000R or an M1000R. These are very easy bikes to just get on stock, you know, even without any tune or anything. Very easy bike to get on, very easy bike to ride. And if you get into it and start opening it up and getting your brand tune in there and everything like that, these bikes are animals, vicious animals. So stay tuned. Video after this on the way back. We're gonna do a little POV, point of view bonus ride. So we've got the 360 camera on the back. But really it's, for me, myself, to describe this bike coming off of my S1000R, I can't, because my S1000R is so gnarly that this is just, I mean, if I had test rode this bike right now with the rev limiter, I wouldn't have bought it. And not coming off of my S1000R. And I think, honestly, I think this bike non-tuned, I would take my bike over it tuned, right? So, of course, this bike we're gonna have tuned. We're gonna have a full build series, so stay tuned. Early next week, we'll have a video out and we're gonna talk about in depth what our plans for this bike is and what we plan to do. And partners, just to tell you already, we've got Manny with Moto Million on board, Brendan with Brentoon is on board. So we've got goodies already coming for this bike. They're already on their way, and we're just riding the bike for the very first time today. So what I gotta do is I gotta clock 300 miles on this thing, and then we're good. Obviously, we've got to get Dave Moss and suspension dialed in because we're a little bit sloppy, and this bike doesn't have preset suspension like the S1000R. So you'll notice, if you S1000R guys, you'll notice that I've got a dynamic traction control button here. I don't have a preset suspension button, which was always my grief from the S1000RR and to the R, because I'm like, that button's so nice, because like right now, yeah, I'm in a lollygag and I want to put it in like road and softer suspension and stuff like that. I just click that button on the R, the S1000R, and it changes from like dynamic suspension to road suspension, 1 up or 2 up. So it's basic. Now this suspension is like 1 suspension level higher, as my understanding, from the S1000RR. So the S1000RR is here, this one is here, and then of course the M1000RR has static suspension, so non-electronic suspension, which was what I was a little disappointed with in this bike, because I thought we were getting, well, I thought it was an M bike. I thought it was a naked M bike, to tell you the truth. And if you guys haven't seen, I'll link it up above, but the interview with Sebastian about this bike in comparison to the S1000RR and what the big differences are, and that's when I found out that it's an S1000RR motor, excuse me, S1000R, S1000RR motor. Then we've got 1 click up better suspension from the S1000RR, but the DDC instead of static suspension like the M1000R. So a couple mods already done. You guys see I've already put different mirrors on there. I kind of didn't like those mirrors. They're better than the mirrors that came on the S1000RR. But these little CNC mirrors are so dope. They're just like so perfect. I love them. And I just fitted them on last night, and I was like, I like it. And they're easy to come off for the track. So, and then I did a couple things. I removed the reflector. We're obviously in GP shift right now, and removed the passenger pegs. You know, some of the things like the tidy tail, I don't know what to do, because this tidy tail is shorter than the RR one. So it's really not that bad, honestly. And it's got some nice verbals to it. So here we are Just a quick little run up here, nothing major. But here is the all-new BMW M1000R. Oh, that's also, I stole this off of the S1000RR, or the S1000R. This is great little visor. You can get them off Amazon for like 30 bucks. They're designed for like a GS, but Daddy likey?
Holy shit, man. It's gonna be tough to beat this thing out, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah. But it's, yeah, I mean, like I said, I was saying in the video, man, this thing all Brent tuned. You know, if you hop on this bike, if you ride a stock one of these, everyone's like, oh, they're boring and blah, blah, blah. And is the bike boring?
Hold on one sec.
He can't hear. But yeah, so it's, and the wings aren't horrible.
Say that again?
Oh, it's just, people say it's boring. Is that a boring bike?
Fuck no, it's not sterile or boring at all. It just pulls. It's constant. It's just like, it's such a linear feeling bike, and it's so nimble.
And that's why, so we were talking about this motor compared to the shift cam motor, which I like this motor because it's more linear than the shift cam. The shift cam, you tend to get that little bit of gap, even tuned and everything, you're gonna have that little bit. But someone said, you know, oh, don't let this thing rot. Listen, I will tell you guys right now, this is going to have to earn a spot in my heart, because that bike, I'd rather ride that bike than this bike. But like I said, we got to get miles on this. So that's what our goal is the next week. We've already got an appointment to get this thing serviced and get that thing off. We're going to swap out the tires. I've already got a set of Michelin tires, Power Cup 2s that are like what I'm riding here. So we're going to throw those on there. And we got a track day. You're going? Are you going? Yeah, May 8th, Button Willow. So we're going to try this again. I didn't get to ride at the last one. We won't get into that. But yeah, so it was an unfortunate day for me. I didn't get to ride. I got 2 sessions in, but everything's fine. But so I'm ready to roll back, get a little POV with the, pull out the little,
Your selfie stick?
my little selfie stick.
Nice.
Get my selfie stick out here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. POV.
Yeah,
There we go.
Any hope I had of the rev limiter slowing you down enough for me to keep up?
Yeah.
I mean, you can see this thing pulls. It'll be interesting once you get the rev limiter off to just go a side by side and see like what the difference is.
I want to see how this thing is. This tuned and everything, and then this stock.
Yeah.
And I mean, because once I put this tune in this, it's just going to be yeah. It's just going to be stupid.
So do you think it's nerfed? Remember, like, you know, because the EPA stuff, do you think it's nerfed like the other ones are? Yeah.
Oh, 100%. In the flapper, it's got the air flapper in there. You could tell the air flapper is just snuffing everything. The air flapper doesn't open until 7,000 RPMs. So there's no air coming in. So we're going to just do everything. So, but yeah, so here we are. We're going to head back, so stay tuned. Make sure you guys do the normal. Hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and then ring the bell notification. Bell notification is going to give you notification for future content of the M1000R. And don't worry, we're not going anywhere with the S1000R. And comment down below. Tell Timmy happy birthday. But thank you guys much, and we'll see you next video. Bye, guys.